Welcome to where this will be match 4 of the final week. Thing match 4 instead of 5. I'll get back in. I'll make a post about that. Not a video, but a community post. But yeah, we have the we have the Sawk Tuas on players versus the Aura Maxers on opponents. The Aura Maxers are eliminated, but they have another chance to play spoiler, which is what they did a pretty good job of last week, taking down the Take-Two Tyrannitars from Peg, making them go from a potential opportunity to play for the 2 seed to having to win to stay alive. We are at the point with the knowledge of that we do know a bunch of people who are in playoffs now, and that is the mainly Manetrix, obviously. Me winning 4-0 secured me a spot. The Take-Two Tyrannitars win at this point has secured them a spot. The Spirit Tomb Raiders have secured themselves a spot. Let's see, did I say Boo Boo Clef Keys? If not, they have a shot. They are in, and it's their 2 seed to lose at this point. So the final spot is going down to either the Go-Go Flower Rangers or the Sawk Tuas. Sawk Tuas are coming off a loss to the against the Boo Boo Clef Keys. Electabuzz as follow me support was very, very annoying, and just like the Boo Boo Clef Keys took an early lead and just slowly kind of kept up with it. I do feel like there was a bit of wiggle room at the end for the Sawk Tuas to maybe have maybe not squeezed out a win, but at least made it closer. I think it wasn't unwinnable until the maybe third to last turn. Yeah. So, what the Sawk Tuas need to do is they need to win by at least 3 mons to make the playoffs. But they don't know that. I had the ruling is that you cannot watch matches until you have played your own match. The reason why is that the people that go last have more information on what they need to do. Because of the 4-0 loss by the Go-Go Flower Rangers, though their seed is the one in jeopardy. So if the Sawk Tuas win by at least 3 mons, they'll have the same KD, and he'll win off of the head-to-head from the final spot. So again, he doesn't know that. He just has to play. Let's see. And I'm looking at these teams. I think Entei is can put out some really good numbers here. It does have the problem with the Gastrodon, but what I like about it is that it's able to hit some of the biggest threats that have been notorious for being a big problem for people, which are the Genesect and the Mega Metagross. One of the mons that can actually threaten to do big damage or even one-shot. Obviously, you can one-shot the Genesect, but you can maybe even threaten to one-shot the Metagross if you're like Bandit or something. Yeah, let's see. And for the opponent side, I do think Gastrodon is in a pretty good position here. Ground, let's see. Ice, the combination of ground and ice type attacks hit 5 out of the 6 mons for super effectively. You do have to be worried about the Tangela to be able to one-shot you. Yeah, and so it does have a thing. Gastrodon not really the most offensive Pokemon, but it definitely has a good position to actually put on some offensive pressure. And I think I wanna, let's see. If I am the Sawk Tuas, I'm probably keeping if you're leading with Metagross or Genesect, I would lead Gastrodon with it, just so you have a way to keep Entei in check. But I don't know if I want to lead either of those, Genesect or Metagross. I think I don't hate Gastrodon Dragon Knight here. I think that's in a pretty decent spot. I think it does pretty well against most things. The other side, I think I don't mind Entei Angela. Just have a way to hit the Gastrodon, the Entei can start doing the rest. So yeah, let's get this started. Again, giant stakes this match. Crying Child. Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know what that Entei nickname is. I don't know who that is. Is that bad? How bad is not knowing that? Yeah, we have the Azelf and the Entei as the lead. Definitely got to be worried about the ghost type moves from Mimikyu, or even the potential priority. And for, let's see, and the good thing about the Azelf here is that it does outspeed, at least on paper, outspeeds everything here. You do got to be worried about fake out pressure. Something I learned a couple weeks ago is that in this generation, at least, you can either have extreme speed or inner focus. You cannot have both. So the inner focus is like not like given here as the ability, but like it may not be terrible to fake out the Entei here, or for like the flinch purposes. Yeah, we do have the double Pikachu clones. I don't like the position the Azelf's in, and the Entei is like so valuable that like I'm like almost worried to like keeping this out here. Like you may have to for the sense of like tempo and just like getting your KOs on Mons. Like it does worry me a little bit just having this it out here and like it taking like any type of damage. I would probably just like Sacred Fire and like protect or switch with the Azelf. And this Raichu, I wouldn't mind like, again, it's like do you think you want to see it our focus, or did you want the extreme speed? But like I wouldn't mind trying to fake it out. I wouldn't blame him for doing that. I kind of want to like fake out a Shadow Claw, but we have not seen much fake out from Raichu, so maybe that's not even in the moveset. So Bulldoze here. This is actually, I actually quite like this play. It does some damage to the Raichu. Obviously, it breaks the subs for the Mimikyu, but now you have the Entei just like having like undeniable speed control here, and now you can now depending on this Azelf, it's now like safe to like the Entei can like Flare Blitz or like something, or Sacred Fire or something. The Azelf may be able to stay in and just like, and you can like team up on it and try to just double target the Mimikyu or something. Definitely depends on the moves with the Azelf. The Azelf is the most offensive but most frail. And this Raichu, Raichu is just like not that good of a spot it's in, I will say. I don't know what else. I mean, you can maybe do like Thunderbolt Chip on the Azelf since it's so frail. Is like honestly like not bad. But I think I wouldn't hate like switching in Gastrodon like now and keeping the Raichu in the back for later, because I do think the Raichu spot is probably not the one that's going to be targeted. And if it is, it's getting targeted by like a fire type move probably. So I think that's pretty decent. But I'd probably just double the Mimikyu here, and for the and I'd probably just switch into Gastrodon this Mimikyu. I wouldn't mind Shadow Snaking to get some chip on it on the Azelf. It'll probably do like more than half. I'd be surprised if it did less. And then like you can have like maybe the Dragonite with extreme speed to clean it up another time. But the chip is definitely inconsequential. Okay, so this is I actually quite like these. I actually don't mind these plays from either player. Again, I don't know what this Azelf set is, So maybe you didn't have a way to I mean, you probably just have like Psychic or something. I would assume just one stab move, like Psychic or something, just for stab. But maybe not. You maybe just thought that the chip damage you'd take from Shadow Sneak, I don't know how much it would do. I don't know as Elf's exact bulk in the top of my head. We have seen lots of Life Orb Mimikyu, so it'd probably do a lot. Like this Tangela barely taking any damage, putting itself in a good position to take out the Gastrodon. This was pretty much a perfect turn here for the Aura Maxers. And now this Gastrodon is in big boy trouble. Yeah. I am kind of surprised that that he decided to switch into Gastrodon right now, because he did have a chance to send in whatever he wants. He does kind of struggle. Again, this Entei is such an important mon that like it is kind of like hard to see like what would be better here, because the Tangela threatens the Gastrodon, that's obviously bad, but like Metagross is bad, Genesect is really bad, Dragonite's not terrible, but you don't getting burned by a Sacred Fire would suck, but maybe that would be your best option here. But yeah, this Gastrodon is in big boy trouble, is my point here. And this Mimikyu is just like not doing a whole lot. I think this is like a pretty good like Leaf Storm. I'm saying Leaf Storm because that's what we saw last time. Like Leaf Storm Sacred Fire here. And it's like, what do you really do against that? The Mimikyu is just again, you don't really want to switch into any of these things, so it's really just like, what are you doing? I think that you just kind of let the Mimikyu die at this point in this Gastrodon. It's kind of tough. Maybe just protect with it and then try to figure out what the maybe set in like the Genesect, and Genesect can threaten the Tangela for like, that's not great either, because then you're getting the Sacred Fire shenanigans. This is tough. And that is just a Sacred Fire getting the KO. Okay, we're seeing Giga Drain this time, which is like even worse, because I would assume that does still threaten to KO. Tangela is not that weak in stab, like, and it doesn't even have the special attack. So like this Gastrodon is Gastrodon's in a rough spot, man. And I think the only thing you can really send in is like, it could be the Raichu, just to get some chip on something. I don't know. If you do, I don't think it has Fake Out, but if you do have Fake Out, it wouldn't be a bit. I would like to have a Fake Out turn here. Remember the what's it called? Tangela does get Rage Powder, so it can just redirect his Entei, which can put up huge numbers here. The Tangela with the +1 special attack here does make the Bug Buzz very scary. A potential Bug Buzz really scary for Tangela, and I think it does have Bug Buzz here. Just because it also would be very good for Azelf, so I think it would be a worthwhile thing to have. I think this would be I think this would be a good time to does Tangela has Protect? I think that's what I would do here. Protect in Sacred Fire the Genesect. That would obviously KO it. If it can, you know, we gotta get connect there. And the Gastrodon hitting you with like an Earth Power, it's not great, but you do, what's it called? You do probably, I would think you would live it. Gastrodon's not that strong. Entei is pretty bulky. It does have leftover, so it makes me think that a bit more is being put into bulk. Yeah. And then if you do that, the worst case scenario would be like Genesect protects in the Earth Power, but I wouldn't. That would be kind of bad, I will say that. But then you just kind of do the same thing like next turn. And again, the Sacred Fire switch-ins are just like so little, where like you're risking big void stuff. I also wouldn't hate switching out this Tangela right now. If you expect a bug type move, you could switch it. Viglar wouldn't be terrible, probably because it just has an Eviolite. I do want to, even the Tangela, just have an answer for Gastrodon, which just would be so nice. Oh, you could switch in Thunderous. I think that would be the best. That would be good here. It's also faster, and it may just have like, I may get Grass on or something. I don't remember. And yet that's exactly, okay. Okay, this is so we see Flamethrower over the Bug Buzz, and I don't know if that's because there is no Bug Buzz on this set. It definitely, the Bug type move just may be U-turn if it has a Bug type move instead. But Flamethrower definitely a lot better here, into the Thunderous than the because it's neutral versus super effective. But yeah, I do like the Protect on the. I do like this very defensive turn from the Aura Maxers. The Flamethrower was kind of unfortunate. You took a lot of damage on the Thunderous. But if you have like a Grass move, it was like Grass Snoop Gastrodon, Fire move Genesect, deal with it type stuff. Thunderous should be faster than the Gastrodon. I mean, not than the Genesect, but who knows? IV spreads can be a little weird. And the get a bit more leftovers chip, and it's just like, yeah, this Entei is definitely just so threatening. Like, I would even mind just like trying to double it this turn instead of like, I don't care about this Thunderous. That's like kind of a lie. Getting like Thunder Waves would be really annoying. But like, man, this Entei, if he just stays at like, I guess if you just do enough to it, like, oh, it gets hit by like a Scald, you can set up for Extreme Speed or the faster Mega Metagross to do something, so you don't need to double into it. But we'll see what this Thunderous does end up happening. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that the Entei is faster than the Gastrodon. I didn't even realize it just naturally outspeeds it. So that is... I am a little bit surprised by the Protect then. Maybe he just didn't expect it to be faster. But let's see, pretty big survival on the Skull. That's definitely nice to have. Bulldoze, Sacred Fire. Last move maybe Extreme Speed here. That wouldn't be surprise me. I think that's gonna be my guess here. Yeah, I'm gonna see. The Thunderous has the chance to Thunderous, it will be the fastest mon on the field, which is nice. And you still have a... I was going to say you have Reflect. No, the opponent has Reflect. But yeah. Let's see. Extreme Speed does have higher priority than what's it called? Than Prankster Thunder Wave, which is definitely annoying here. But I do like the idea of just Thunder Waving the Dragonite here. I don't mind also just trying to T-Bolt it. Just on the I wouldn't mind, like, there's a lot of things I wouldn't mind here. I wouldn't mind Extreme Speed Dragonite Thunder Wave, just so you can proc the multi-scale, get it paralyzed, just be annoying. And the Gastrodon, I don't really care about getting damage on the Gastrodon. It's more just like, what I attack. Do I think the Dragonite has Protect or not? And I don't feel like I see. There's definitely games where I saw I had an Assault Vest or like just doesn't have Protect. So I think I would just double in the Dragonite, and like if it's Dragonite protects Gastrodon, KOs them on, I can live with that. I can just set in the Tangela to threaten the Giga Drain and have the other Mon just go after the Dragonite. And like the only switching would be like Metagross, and like you're off a decent amount of Mons, so where you feel pretty good about your spot. But that's Hidden Power. That's definitely Hidden Power Ice then. We're running Ice Punch, which does all. Let's see, that could be a sign that's like I mean, I can't tell calcs with like multi-scale hidden power type effectiveness, but the take two, or not the what's it called? The Aura Maxers may have a better idea of what item this could be. Ice Punch definitely could be one of just the 3 attacking moves along with Protect. It also could just be the 4th move on an Assault Vest set. But yeah, you did destroy the multi-scale of the what's it called? Of the Dragonite, which is good. I think this would be a good time to send in the Tangela, just to get the just for the Gastrodon. Yep. My goal would just be to try to Giga Drain the Gastrodon, try to get a bit more chip damage on the Dragonite. Worst case scenario would be like the Gastrodon has to make the choice to whether to protect or switch, essentially. If it protects, the best thing to do would be to Giga Drain Gastrodon, like attack on Dragonite. But if it switches, and the only really switching you would have would be like Metagross, because even a Giga Drain for the Raichu is like, that's so much. That's like too much damage already. You can like then like a Giga Drain plus Sacred Fire could like kind of just like win. Not to say win the game on the spot, but it could kind of feel like that's what it does. But I think I prefer the getting a bit more damage on Dragonite. It also depends. I guess it also just kind of depends what your other mons do. Like, I don't know if Azelf has like an ice move or something on it. If it does get that, then like you don't even need the extra chip on the Dragonite, for example. So it definitely depends on the set, but I kind of like Giga Drain, Sacred Fire, and both these players just have to make a call here. It's like shit about the switch or protect thing. I think is what it goes down to. Now we have Extreme Speed, Extreme Speeding the Entei. I think that would KO. If you have that, that would be a pretty good play here. Yep. I don't know. I was thinking of the attack. I should have been more specific with Extreme Speed to out Extreme Speed. But Entei does go down here. Oh, and they do. I think Extreme Speed and Rage Powder have the same priority bracket. It appears that it's either he didn't know that or didn't expect this Extreme Speed itself to try to try to get some damage on the Dragonite. That's pretty unfortunate here. So you just got to figure out what's your best mon against Dragonite here. Definitely depends. I would think it's Azelf, but like if you have Ice Punch and Lucario, it would be that. Sitting on Gligar, which makes me think that neither of these have an Ice move. But yeah, this is I think I double the Gastrodon a lot here. Giga Drain plus Earthquake, I think, is a pretty safe move here. Just get some. Oh, this does get Ice Punch. You do have to worry about that. And you have seen the Ice Punch. Oh, that's rough. Like, is this like a time? Like, do you have to Rage Powder here then? I mean, you could just like protect Gligar Giga Drain or something like that. I don't know. This Gligar is not in a spot where I want it to be, because, jeez, this is rough. I don't. Yeah, so maybe like the Giga Drain to Gastrodon is like not as obvious as I want it to be. Like you. I mean, if you're faster, like Giga Drain plus Earthquake to make sure you do good damage. You do good damage to the Metagross, and it kill anything else that stays in or switches in, and then you're at like a 3v3 with Lucario, Azelf, and Tangela versus Dragonite and two other mons really. This is definitely rough, and I'm not sure what the right play is, so I'm not gonna pretend that I do think I did. Okay, I'm very surprised we see the Gastrodon switch in here. Gets the call complete. The Aura Maxers get this call completely correct with Protect and just saying this Gastrodon's gonna stay in, I'm just gonna Giga Drain it. That is a very, very big play here. And that makes it a 3 versus 4. And this Gastrodon does in fact go down. You do expect to be, let's see, you may see a Rage Powder. So is it the Metagross or the Raichu's time? I think I like Raichu a little bit more here. He just probably just KO'd by Gligar Earthquake, which stinks. And the Reflex will be gone. But like I want to keep the I think I'd rather keep the Metagross healthy and have like the Raichu just kind of just take a hit, maybe do a bit more damage to the get some extra damage from the Tangela so the Metagross can try to what's it called, clean up here. Again, he doesn't know this as he's playing, but if another Mon goes down on his side, he is mathematically out of playoffs, and that means the Go-Go Flower Rangers will stay in the playoffs. So this is his last chance, even if he doesn't know it right now. Let's see. The Ice Punch and the Gligar is a pretty free click here. It just protected, and the Tangela Rage Powder is just doing super effective damage. I think maybe you protect with the Raichu at this Raichu, because I do expect like an Earthquake to be coming out, I would think. Yeah, you're not Assault Fasted, so I would think a Protect would be on this. And yeah, I don't mind Rage Powder Earthquake here. I think even if that does happen with the Protect Ice Punch, I think you're still in a very good spot here. Oh, you're Rock Sliding. We're being a bit more immoral, and we do get the flinch. Inner Focus does not block I mean, not that there's any Intimidate users on this team, but Inner Focus does not block Intimidate, so Inner Focus is like not nearly the ability that you want it to be. Same thing with the Entei, which doesn't make the ability nearly as good. But yeah, that's an annoying flinch. I don't think you need to go for Rock-Slide flinch. I think Rage Powder plus Earthquake is a pretty good continuous click here. The Rock-Slide just isn't doing enough damage to for me to feel like it's entirely relevant. I think Azelf and Lucario could like help like finish this game off. So yeah, or maybe he just doesn't care about the. It could also just be the fact that the Raichu just isn't like scaring him at all, and you'd rather have the Raichu on the field than the Metagross, just so you can like whittle down this Dragonite a bit more safely, which actually I respect that. Like maybe just keep on doing this, what he just did, and then like he has like, and he feels like he has mons to like take out the Raichu safely, like the Azelf, and maybe make a Lucario. That Psychic did a lot. Oh, and we also are reflecting up. Okay. I was wondering why we didn't see the Rage Powder there. But yeah, that Reflect is definitely a pretty huge here. It makes the Metagross just like not nearly as threatening anymore. I think now it's a good time to start Rage Powdering and clicking Earthquake here. Now that Raichu is actually maybe the scarier Mon here, just because you don't have a Reflect up for it. Keep the Gligar safe. Take out this Raichu, be up a Mon or not. Be up a Mon. Stream Speed just isn't gonna do it. Does this not have Earthquake? Oh, and it is Assault Fast. Okay. I was thinking about that, but now we know for sure. Now we know the Dragonite cannot protect, which he probably knew that already with the calcs, but yeah. He may also just be trying to stall out. But you can't really stall the other team's Reflect because he has more Reflect turns than you, because this has to be EVLA, right? But yeah, just keep whittling things down at this point. Also does KO, which does get the Metagross in. And we do get the Ice Punch. Okay. We are sending the Azelf here. The Azelf does outspeed both Mons here. We have only seen Protect and Larok Slide, so I am very interested to see what the other moves are if we are going to see them. Maybe maybe now he feels like it's a good time to Earthquake. These Rock Slides are not threatening to KO the Dragonite, at least this turn. Definitely just depends on the moveset, on how many hits the Azelf can take from this Metagross, because, man, Azelf is frail. Do you have, like... This does get Flamethrower, unlike the Mesprit, which I thought did. So Flamethrower can, like, KO this over 2, probably. And this Gligar can... I'd click Earthquake with Gligar. Just, I want this Metagross gone. I'm not scared about this Dragonite. You have Lucario for that. Dream Speed not going to KO, I think, partly just because that's Reflect. And that does some good damage. And we're just trading Rock Slides. Are we going to get a flinch here? No, we're just trading Rock Slides, like absolute plebeians over here. You do get a bit extra chip, which is definitely useful. Can maybe get, like, help with, like, a Lucario Bullet Punch or priority move to KO the Dragonite after, in front of a Reflect. But yeah, this, I would, again, I don't care about this Dragonite. I want to keep flavorings this Metagross spot. We have only seen Ice Punch and Extreme Speed, and we're behind a Reflect. I don't think the Dragonite can particularly threaten the Azelf, at least to KO it. So I think you just keep targeting this Metagross slot, and then you have Mons to take care of it at the end. And you don't care if this Gligar goes down. It may be better if it does at this point. Oh, we get a Rock Slide miss. And we do get the, no freeze? Oh my gosh, we got a freeze. I forgot, is it only certain fire type moves that, like, unthaw you? It may be. But that is a ginormous freeze if he can't thaw out. Let's see, I would like to... What is this Gligar's other moves? Do you not have Earthquake? Like, jeez, I don't care about this Dragon. Okay, I mean, it was better at this point to Rock Slide, just because because the Flamethrower just would have KO'd anyways. But, like, oh my gosh, just seeing weak Mons click Rocks, do nothing with Clock Star, just get me so mad. Bull Punch just get the KO. Still frozen. Dragon Claw does get the KO. And now this will look pretty good for the Aura Maxers. And now it's looking really bad thanks to a really untimely freeze. And for the Go-Go Flower Rangers, again, neither player on this team knows this, and, like, if this Lucario does need to pick up a KO in order for the Go-Go Flower Rangers to make it in playoffs. It definitely can pick up a KO here. Definitely looks like it's in good position too. There's one turn of Reflect left. If you have Protect, I think it's free. I think it's a pretty free Protect here. And that's what we do. Okay. And now we saw the Protect from the Metagross, which does mean that Mon is open to get attacked here. It definitely depends on the movesets of these Mons. But if this, let's see. If this Mega Lucario has, like, Earthquake, like, you can just, like, pick off the Dragonite, and then next turn just, like, Earthquake and get a double KO here. We have seen Rock Slide, Protect, Bullet Punch. What is this last move? Maybe it's Earthquake. Maybe it's a Psychic Tech move, just another stab move. I don't know. It really just depends on what this Metagross last move is. Oh, and it doesn't even KO. Rock Slide does barely anything. And the last move is Earthquake. And he knocks himself out. The Dragonite knocks out the Metagross. And knocking yourself out is how you're going to lose your playoffs. That's a shame. That is a big shame. Because I would think the Extreme Speed would KO here. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I would Protect here, just in case there is fake out. Yeah, I don't think it is. Bro knocked himself out again. Okay, well now you're just gonna lose because, I mean, Lucario, let's see, Extreme Speed does have higher priority than a normal priority move. So like, if Lucario doesn't have Extreme Speed, then if the Lucario doesn't have Extreme Speed, then you can get out prioritized. But I would think, even if it's a resisted, I would think Extreme Speed would KO here. And it does. And, man, knocking yourself out in a win is how you are going to get knocked out of playoffs. That's really a shame. But congrats to the Go-Goat Flower Rangers on hanging on and being successful hate/support watching. And the last match we'll see is if the oh my gosh, if the Boo Boo Klepkeys can hang on and claim the 2 seed. That's gonna do it for me. See you guys soon. Bye.